Now we're going to dynamically display our navigation. So let's start with the top navigation, which is right here on the right hand side. So that's the one, HDNV. If you remove resources, create a few line breaks here. And now we go into the top navigation. We're replacing the hash in a link with question mark p equals, and after equals we're going to insert PGID from the top nav record set. We remove the help and we replace this with the PG link dynamic value. Now we need to apply repeat region to this as well. So we select the entire LI tag with the content. We send the selection, make sure selection on page. We've done a selection on page. Okay, so if the Dreamweaver is playing with us, we're gonna do it differently. We're gonna do it manually. So go up to the RS top nav record set and copy the entire line which reads raw underscore RS top nav equals MySQL fetch so RS top nav. So copy the entire thing and place your cursor above the LI tag, opening LI tag, starting PHP tag, and do opening curly brace, closing PHP tag, then do display then this link. After this link, we create a closing bracket, curly bracket, while, and opening bracket, paste what we've copied, closing bracket, semicolon, and closing PHP tag. So this is the loop actually which will execute on, which will be executing as long as we've got values to be displayed actually, which are defined by this select statement here. So that's all fine. Now, if there aren't any values, we should also check actually first of all whether there are any values. If there aren't any values, we won't display anything from this navigation. If there are, then we're gonna display the navigation on the page. So we need to check whether there are any values by simply checking whether total rows RS top nav has anything inside of it. So before the UL tag for this navigation, opening PHP tag, if total rows RS top nav is more than 0, then display the whole thing. And then we need to close this if condition after the closing UL tag with a curly brace. That's all done and should be working just fine. So if I remove this where condition for a second, go to our page, we can see that we've got just resources in the stop navigation at the moment. Okay, let's go back, leave this where condition the content. Next navigation is the main navigation. It's a very similar thing. We're going to be checking first whether there are any records actually assigned to this variable. Total rows main nav. So PHP if total rows main nav is more than 0, then display our navigation. And closing if statement. It's fine. Again, we can remove all these links, just leave one of them. Again, we're going to be copying raw rs main nav MySQL fetch SOC function, and we do the same thing. So before the li opening li tag, we type do, and after closing curly brace while opening bracket, paste our function with the variable semicolon and closing PHP. Now we also obviously need to replace the hash with the link, so it's going to be question mark p equals, and from the bindings panel we expand our rs main nav record set, page ID after the equals, and replace the home one with page link. So all these values will be generated dynamically right now and displayed on the page. Now finally let's move to the bottom navigation. That's all fine. Bottom navigation is based just on the links within the paragraph. So terms and conditions, if we first create the link by replacing this hash question mark p equals, and after equals we expand our bot nav record set, page ID, and replace terms and conditions with page link. That's our link done. Now we need to apply repeat region. So we go into our record set bot nav, copy the entire function MySQL fetch src, and do our do while loop. So do before the link, after the link, closing curly, while, opening bracket, pasting the function, closing bracket, semicolon, and closing PHP tag. Again, we first need to check whether there are any values, so we need to copy total rows rs bot nav variable and check whether it has any values inside of it. So if total rows rs bot nav is more than 0, then display the whole thing and closing PHP tag. So that's all fine. We've got our navigations already sorted out. So now it's time to display the content of the page.